This okay, so yeah, welcome back guys to another stream. So yeah, this time I can start early. So yeah, I think without further ado, let's just get started. Okay, so for today I'm going to continue on working on the rig. So yesterday basically the body is already pretty much done. But we do miss several things like the physics on some part of the body. So the client want to add some physics on the particularly on the chest and then probably on the hips and on the this bottom part and then the calf. So yeah, I'm going to reference this another model that I created before for the same client. So this one has physics body on the some part of these sides. So yeah, basically I'm going to like try to copy the same technique. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. So first of all, let's create the bones here. So we need one here called CC calf. So let's create one on this model. So it's located somewhere right there. A, and then rotate it like so. Then position it somewhere right there around the calf. Then rename this to CC calf.l. Then parent this to this spot. And I can symmetrize this. Yes, so we need one on the near to the knee. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, I don't remember what it's called. Probably I can enable the names here. Oh, it's too crowded. Yeah, I think we just select one of one. So this one is called CC lower tides.l. Like that. Then parent this to this part. Then we can symmetrize this like so. And then we need this 4. So this one is called CC Patak 01, 02, 03, and 04. So let's do that. Okay, so it's around top of the buttocks here. Somewhere right there, I guess. Yeah, probably not like a female model where it jiggles too much, probably just a bit later. So it's called CC Patak 1001, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. You can copy this, place it right there. Another one here. And finally another one here. Oh, so this one is located. Oh, I think we need two actually. So this one is carpet tights and this one is the lower tights. Okay. Let's parent this to this one, and this one is to the lower part. And then symmetrize. So if I'm not mistaken, the vertex is actually, so this part is not following this one. Yeah, let's just copy the method. So this one should follow this spine. But for this one should follow this type. I think 2 points is enough for male model. Let's see. Yeah, let's just use 2, because like a male model is the muscle is very tight, right? It's not like jiggle too much, unlike female model. Yeah, let's do this. I think it's already enough. And I should follow the thing. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to the chest. So I kind of want to control the upper, top, and then the lower section of the chest. So yeah, so let's select this and create a new bone. Then rotate it like that. So let's rename this to CC, I don't know, upper chest .l, CC lower chest .l, and then both of these will be the sub bones of this spine. Select this and then parent. Then we can symmetrize these bones. Right. So I would also to add some bones here to control the physics of this muscle. I think I'm going to copy the methods that I have here. So yeah, let's try that. Create a new bone. Now I don't know how should I rename, what should I rename for this bone? uh let's see. How about CC? I don't know. I'm just going to call it lower arm L. Lower arm lower arm muscle, probably, yeah. CC lower arm muscle. Yeah, I will rename this to something later, something better, but for now let's just keep it that way. So for this one, it's going to be the upper arm muscle. Comparing this to this part. Yeah, I'm thinking this bone is going to affect all of this part of the muscle, just tiny bit. And for this one, going to affect these shoulder parts of the muscle. Okay, let's try to symmetrize this. And then should able to, the bone should follow correctly like that. Probably just move this a bit like that. Alright. Yes, so now we can begin with the weight paint. Then we can start working with the chest first. Okay, so I will go to okay. Let me put the reference somewhere in the middle. I think I will make a new collection and rename it to Irida. That I place it right there, so I can toggle on and off. Okay, so yeah, let's work on this part. Go to weight. So as you can see, it's already affected by the shoulder, so I need to remove that. So I will use 0 width in here and remove some of this part. Yeah, probably this bone should follow the shoulder instead of the torso. Yeah, we can test that later. Yeah, I'm going to keep it like this for now. Okay, now I will choose this bone and add some weight to it. Like that. Then smooth out the weight. And same thing with this one. Okay, let's see this. Oops. As you can see, it wiggles. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can test the physics. But probably this bone should follow the shoulder, I think. Let's try that. So let's parent this to this part. Yeah, I think that bone should follow that the shoulder. Yeah, let's symmetrize this. And before that, let's apply the physics here. Then I'm going to it goes with 2.2 and 0.5. Same thing with this one. Then symmetrize them. And let us see how it performs. Oh no, it wiggles too much. But yes, can see it's kinda already working somehow. But yeah, it wiggles too much. Yeah, the weight should be a bit over, I think. So I think I will increase the speed to 0.7. You know, it's a much more better, but that's too affecting too much of the mesh. Maybe it's kind of too fast too. Hmm. 0.1. Yeah, it's affecting too much of the mesh. Okay, yeah, we need to reduce the weight. So I'm going to go to the weight pin again, just this bone, and then reduce the effects here to just some section of this chest. And then return the weight to the shoulder again. Same thing with this one. See the wiggles now kind of not too much, but it's there. But if I move, I move too fast, then it's kind of you can't really tell that it's too much. Yeah, I should reduce the weight again. Yeah, it's kind of normal thing to adjust the weight over and over. So when you create the models, just don't be afraid to like start over. It's kind of normal progress. Okay, let's try again. Probably add a bit weight here, just small amount. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Let's try that out again. Okay, so yeah, it's barely noticeable, but it's there. Yeah, I think I will need add a small adjustment. So I kind of want to make sure it's also affecting on this side, not only on the center. I think that's too much. Let's reduce this a bit. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Alright, so yeah, let's move on to the other part. So the next one is going to be the thigh. I think we can start with the calf first. So this one, as you can see, simple rotation on there. So it should be easy, I think, hopefully. Look at the weight pain. Okay. So it should affect this whole calf section. Let's see. Yes, and this part should not be affected by the spoons, so I will remove them. Okay. One zero should not affect that. This area should not be affected. Okay, let's test it out. Okay, so there's a bit like convex here, so I will need to remove that too. Just making sure things are go smooth. And that's nice. And so this one should also be removed like that. Smooth out the polygons. Okay, now I need to go upside like this. It's not like, you know, the weight is smooth. Okay, I think I will bring back some weight to this part. Just small amount. So two. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Okay, now let's try to test that. So I'm going to select this bone and add some physics to it. Like that. Then start the physics simulation. Okay. As you can see, there's a small movement on the calf, which is what I want. Probably I need to adjust the weight a bit. I think the position is not correct. Yeah, probably the weight is not enough, so we'll put back here and assign more weight to it. Yeah, I think that's much better. Okay. Right, so let's move on to the other one, which is going to be the tights. Maybe we can start with the buttocks first. Okay, let's review what I did before for my previous model. So let me check on this. Greater weight pain. So this part affects by that much, and this one affects this buttocks and also the thighs a bit. So we don't need this part, but we do need this thighs part. and some part of the lower tides. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Go back to this model, go to the weight pane, and assign this whole area a weight about this much. Oops, I think not that one, but this part of these tides. Smooth that out. And for this one, should affect all of this part. Smooth out the weight. I think around that much. So when it rotates, kind of affects the whole thing, the whole tides. Like so. And for this part, it's just affect this area just tiny a bit. Okay, now let's go to these products. Going to add some weight here, about 0.5. So the half of the buttocks there, and then another half here. Oops. It's kind of a bit annoying if I have this cursor thingy. Okay. Yeah, so the movements kind of should be very subtle. But it's subtle but also noticeable. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's try to simulate the physics. So same setup, going to 1.7, 0.1.7, and this one, and finally this one. Let's simulate that. Okay, so as you can see, the whole tides is, you know, wiggles. It's kind of like a female tides at the moment. It's too wiggle too much. And also the buttocks is also wiggle too much. But yeah, we got the initial setup done. Just need to adjust the weight on each side of the bones there. Yes, you can see it wiggles too much. Yeah, it looks so funny. Look at this. Damn. Okay, yeah, let's adjust the weight. Before that, let me symmetrize these bones. Go to weight pane. And I think, I don't know, can I, Blender, is there any feature to like reduce the weight automatically? Let's see. Is this on add some offset and multiply with some gain weight? Yeah, I think this one should do this stuff. Yeah, okay, so this is new to me. So you actually can reduce the weight, like overall weight, by using this feature. So I think I'm going to reduce this to 0.75. And then for this one, same thing. I'm going to level this to 75. Still. And then this one too. Alright. So I think it should be less wiggles. Probably the buttock is too much. Let's reduce this to another 0.5. This one like that. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so I think I messed up some I will keep the speed, I mean the bounciness to 0.2. Let's try that. Okay, so as you can see, it wiggles but not by very much. It's just a subtle movement, which is what I want. Because male body is kinda stiff, right? But you know, it still wiggles because it is a meat. Alright. So yeah, let's move on to these arm muscles. So my idea is going to like affect this whole muscle, and this one is going to control the wiggles, and same thing with this one. Okay, but before that, let me just apply the weight to maybe 0.17. Same thing with this one, and then symmetrize this. Alright, so let's go to the weight bin. Use this part. Probably I will start working it with 0.5 weight and just paint this whole area. Then smooth out this area. Yeah, I believe this is going to be too much there. Yes, let's reduce this. And I think that's a good amount. Let's move to this one. Same technique. Select all of this area. Let me reduce this a bit. Okay, then that's a good amount. Alright. Yes, so yeah, let's test it out. Go to the post mode and start the simulation. Yes, can see it wiggles. Yeah, it's not very noticeable. How about if I remove the torso? Maybe this one. And there's a bit wiggles there. Yeah, I think the position should not pointing up, but instead it should point down. So let's try that. Yes, you can see there's a bit like subtle wiggles around the muscle on the arm. I think I will increase the weight. So yeah, just to make it like visible. So go to width and levels and then increase it to maybe 1.5. And same thing with this one. Okay, let's test this. As you can see, it wiggles like it's very noticeable. Probably too much. Let's reduce this to oops, I pressed the wrong button. To 1. So, I think that's pretty good, I guess. Yeah, one thing that I want to fix is I think I will fix this kind of, look at this. This muscle is kind of like squash. So yeah, let's fix that. Go to here and back to the wig pane. Yeah, rigging is kind of a bit tiring sometimes. Okay, so not sure what's going on. I think this one should be a bit smoother, like that. But it also being affected by other bones. Let's see. How about this one? Let's remove those. Mm, I think that's good enough. Alright. Yes, so yeah, we finally, I think we already completed the rigging for the base body. Yeah, we can also add some physics to the back. What do you think? Yeah, let's say that. You're probably just controlled by one bones. So let's create a new bone here. Yeah, because it's kind of, the muscle is big, right? So I think it should wiggle still. So let's rename this to back. I don't know. Back muscle. L. Parent this to this part and symmetrize them. Let's apply the physics. Okay, now we can go back to the weight pin. Select this area. Like that. So it wiggles just tiny bit. Good amount. Let's go back and test this. Yeah, it's not very visible. Okay, let's increase the weight. maybe 1.2. Yeah, I see it wiggles, but kinda not very visible. It's probably because it has this being affected by the spine. So let's reduce that. Around this area. Yeah, yeah, it's very subtle. And now it's visible. Okay, yeah, I think this is a good amount for now. Yeah, let me try to smooth out the area. Right. So yeah, I think that's all for the base body here. And then we already did some part like calf, and then these thighs, buttocks, and this backbone, the chest, also this area. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going to copy this result. So I'm going to select all of this and then make a copy. So we do have a backup in case I messed up something. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, I think what's next what I can work on for today is, yeah, I do have some troubles with rigging with you know, this belt. Like it does not work properly. Probably because the polygon is not aligned properly with the uh, with the with the base body. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how the best way to do this. So I'm going to postpone for the rig for this belt, but instead I'm going to simply rig this crown. So this crown should be very simple. Go to here, Control P empty group, then select all of them and select the head, this one, and then assign a full weight. So when we move the head, the crown follows. Okay, so yeah, let's see what we should do next. Yeah, the armor rigging is not complete actually. We need some adjustment on the polygons, because when it folds, like for example this part of the, oops, oh, no, not that one, but this one. Where is it? This one. Yeah, still try to figure out to prevent clipping on that area. Yeah, I think we can research on that. Okay, so yeah, this stream's going to be a lot of you know, experiment. So bear with me. So yeah, let's try to experiment with the arm rake. Before that, I think, yeah, so since this character has two rakes, I think I'm going to align the armor here and align these joints to follow with the body. So I'm going to go to the IRP and then edit the reference. Or maybe we're not. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out this one. Yeah, I think I will do that offline later. Try to figure out the best way and research some technique that I can use. So I think for the rest of the stream, I'm going to try to unwrap these UV maps of this character. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to disable the wireframe again. And I'm going to the shadings here. And I'm going to create, not create, but find my, where is it? I think it's located in the utilities. I think this one. I don't know, maybe let's start with 128. So yeah, let's begin UV unwrapping the models and preparing it for texturing, of course. Okay, so I'm going to select this arm first. But before that, then I just clear all the seams, and then let's begin working with the arm here. So select this area, these edges, and then mark seam. And another part is going to be this leg area. Mark seam. I will remove this clip seam. Okay. Now for the foot, it's going to select this area and mark seam. Okay, now we can begin unwrap this. Oh, I forgot about the hands. Select this part, then mark seam. Okay. Now let's begin with this arm. So yeah, it's not going to be like regular unwrap for the arm here. A bit harder. So yeah. I think we can split it across this sharp edges. Mark seam. Like that. Okay, let's try to unwrap this. And let's see. Okay, that's not the correct result that I want. There's something missing that I did not cover here. Oh, this one. So maxim. Okay. So yeah, it looks okay. Maybe we can like use this add-on that I have and quadrify them. Okay, that's not going to work. How about this? Nope. How about relax? Yeah, that's going to. Yeah, it's going to be very challenging because the client wants the texture to be pixelated and also non-pixelated. So that's why the reason I use this box thingy is to try to like pixel out the UV. But what if I just simply unwraps each of these separately by muscle by muscle? Let's try. It's kind of works, but not very well. Yeah, let me try to use a bigger texture. How about 256? I think it's okay for this. Right, so yeah, let's just move on to the other parts so we don't stuck at one part only. Okay, let's go with the hands here. Go across these polygons. And we can unwrap this. Okay, so I did miss something. Oh, this one. Okay, unwrap again. There we go. Okay, for some reason I do have two materials there. Not sure why. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to the food. Something kind of similar to the hands, like split it in half. Like so. Then we split it in that part. Then unwrap this like that. It's something with. Let's go with these legs. I think going to follow the same technique here. Just split it in half like that. Mark sim. Let's try to unwrap this. Okay, so there is a bit problem here. So far, I produced this triangle. Not sure which one is that. Okay, so we do have some additional polygons. Just can delete that. Alright, so grab this. Oops. Let's move on to this body parts, the torso. Marks in here, and then let's follow these lines. Marks in. And then unwrap it. I think that looks okay. Okay, let's try to unwrap all of them. Okay, so the pixel distribution is, yeah, pretty much okay. I can work on this, I think. Yeah, probably need to relax them. I think I'm going to separate this part, and instead I'm going to combine it with the leg. Yeah, let's try to unwrap this again. I think that looks okay. Right. Okay, so let's move on to the shoe, I guess, because it looks simple. Yeah, going to be same technique. Mark sim here, put sim there. Wait a second. So the sim that I create for this right here, I'm going to increase and raise it a bit on top like that. It looks pretty tidy. Yeah, obviously maybe we can like make it yeah, it's not supported. Yeah, Yeah, I think it's fine to be like this. How about this? Yeah, let's try to quantify things that support it. Like this. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay, let's move on to this hat. Okay, let's work on the hat first here. Oops, press the wrong button. Yeah, I'm going to select this area. So kind of like follow the show line like that. And move to this area. And then unwrap. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's good enough. Probably if I apply the modifier here, something about like that, and then unwrap, we get like an interesting shape there. It's probably too tense. Yeah, let's try to fix that. How about this? It's much better, but not very much. I think I will reduce that and remove this scarf. How about this? I think it's better, but not by much. Yeah, I think that's good enough. So let's unwrap these eyebrows. So it should be simple, I guess. Like that. There we go. Now finally the eye. Right. Yeah, probably the margins too small. Let's increase this to 0.03, like that. Okay, so let's move on to the hair. Whew, there's a lot of stuff that we need to make here. Maxim. Yeah, I think it looks alright. Okay, let's move on to the beard and the mustache here. I think I will just join them together. Let's see. Join. Okay. Let's move on to the beard. Ooh. Okay. Right, so yeah, we did unwrap all of this. Okay, now next setting I'm going to, I don't know. Yeah, let's try to unwrap this crown. And then I think after this I'm going to end the stream. Okay, let's work on this. So yeah, I think that's all for today's stream. Yeah, yeah. There's still a lot that I need to do here, but yeah. I think for tomorrow we can maybe hopefully we can start working on the UVs for the armor, so we can unwrap all of these armors, and then after all of them are unwrapped, then we can start working with the texture. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all for today's guys. And it's kind of a bit shorter than the usual stream, but yeah, yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream for today, and just stay tuned for tomorrow's stream, and I hope to see you